What if I told you that sitting perfectly still for 20 minutes could mimic the exact cardiovascular benefits of a grueling 3-mile run while slashing your risk of Alzheimer's by a massive 65%? Deliberate heat exposure and hot saunas are still wildly popular in the fitness world right now. Some biohackers claim that it's the ultimate cheat code for muscle recovery and longevity, yet others warn that pushing it too far can severely tank your testosterone, wreck your hydration, cause you to faint, or even worse. Welcome back to Fitness News and Reviews. Today we're breaking down the definitive top 5 pros and top 5 cons of hot saunas. We're skipping the marketing hype and looking directly at the clinical data so you know exactly how to use the heat safely. By the end of this video, you should know if this trend is actually worth your hard-earned time and money. Let's dive in. The news is next. Stand by. Pro number 1. Sauna use is great for cardiovascular conditioning as it mimics exercise. When you sit in a hot sauna, your core body temperature rises, forcing your heart to pump faster and move blood to the skin for cooling. This raises your heart rate to between 120 and 150 beats per minute, which mirrors the cardiovascular load of moderate intensity, steady state exercise like cycling or brisk walking. While your muscles aren't working, your heart and blood vessels are still getting a complete workout. The blood vessels dilate, which reduces vascular resistance and lowers blood pressure over time. It's a powerful tool for active recovery or for athletes maintaining cardio while injured. Don't take my word for it. I'll have some links to some great medical studies to support this information in the description of the video. It's definitely worth the read. If you're a fan of a hot sauna, or if you purposely avoid them, drop us some comments in the comments below. Let us know if you like it or dislike it. Moving on to con number 1. Sauna use can cause severe dehydration and electrolyte depletion. The human body cools itself via evaporation of sweat. However, inside a hot enclosed environment, if a person stays in too long or if the humidity is too high, the body's internal thermostat fails, causing core temperatures to rise to spike to dangerous levels. If you're thinking you can just sweat out a few pounds in the heat and fix it with a glass of tap water, the data shows that you're very wrong. A study published in the International Journal of Environmental Research and Public Health showed that a standard session causes humans to drop up to 2.2 pounds of pure water weight. The links to the studies for this are in the description of the video. Moving on to pro number 2, sauna use can accelerate muscle recovery and nutrient delivery. The massive rush of blood to your extremities delivers fresh oxygen, amino acids, and glycogen to the micro tears in your muscle tissue. Concurrently, the heat increases the elasticity of muscle fibers and tendons. This process drastically reduces delayed onset muscle soreness. It flushes out metabolic waste products like lactic acid. When it comes to bouncing back from a brutal lifting session, the data is entirely on the side of heat exposure. A trial tracking competitive athletes found that a 20-minute post-workout sauna session significantly reduced muscle soreness and completely protected their power output. Now moving on to con number 2, hot sauna can cause orthostatic hypotension and fainting. Because the heat causes massive vasodilation, blood pools in the lower extremities. When a user suddenly stands up to exit the sauna, gravity pulls the blood downward, causing a sudden drop in blood pressure to the brain. This leads to a medical phenomenon called orthostatic hypotension. Orthostatic hypotension is a drop in blood pressure that happens when you stand up from a sitting or lying down. Standard protocol for exiting a sauna is to sit upright for at least 2 minutes before standing. Stanford Medicine recently highlighted that the primary safety hazard of saunas is passing out. Pro number 3. Hot sauna can activate cellular repair via heat shock proteins. Thermal stress acts as a mild, deliberate toxin to the body. In response to this heat stress, the body releases a specialized group of molecules called heat shock proteins. These proteins act as a cellular mechanic. They seek out damaged proteins, repair them, and prevent cellular degradation. Over time, higher levels of heat shock proteins actively fight systematic inflammation, protect against oxidative stress, and assist in maintaining overall muscle mass during periods of inactivity. A landmark review published in the Experimental Gerontology proves that regular sauna use activates cytoprotective mechanisms that literally clear out toxic proteins before they can damage your system. Another study published in the journal Temperature found that a single 30-minute sauna session causes an immediate, massive surge of infection-fighting white blood cells into the bloodstream that also protects your system. Moving on to con number 3, obviously hot saunas can cause heat exhaustion and heat stroke. The human body cools itself via the evaporation of sweat. However, inside a hot enclosed environment, if a person stays in too long, or if the humidity is too high, the body's internal thermostat fails, causing core temperatures to spike to dangerous levels. Pushing past the 20 to 30 minute mark can quickly cross the line from therapeutic stress to life-threatening heat stroke. A terrifying study published in the British medical journal Case Reports tracked 10 cases of severe heat stroke caused entirely by spending too much time in a sauna, and 3 of those cases resulted in death. The link to that study will be in the video description. Pro number 4, neurocognitive protection and BDNF. Heat exposure stimulates the release of brain-derived neurotropic factor. Brain-derived neurotropic factor, which the protein promotes neuroplasticity, which means it helps grow new neurons, repairs damaged brain cells, and strengthens synaptic connections. A 20-year Finnish study of men who used the sauna 4 to 7 times per week showed a 65% reduction in Alzheimer's and dementia risk compared to those who only went once a week. It also triggers a massive release of endorphins and dynorphins, explaining the sauna high, or the deep sense of calm users feel after a sauna session. If you want to protect your brain as you age, the scientific data behind heat exposure is genuinely fascinating. The historic 20-year study led by Dr. Jerry Lucanen tracked over 2,300 men and proved that using a traditional sauna 4 to 7 times per week cut their risk of developing Alzheimer's disease by 65%. Moving on to con number 4, temporary male infertility. The human testes require an environment that is roughly 2 to 4 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than the normal core body temperature to successfully produce healthy sperm. Exposing the pelvic floor to 170 degrees Fahrenheit or higher destroys this delicate thermal balance. Clinical data shows that frequent sauna use causes a significant, albeit temporary, drop in sperm count and how well they swim. For viewers who are actively trying to conceive a child with their partner, sauna use should be heavily restricted or avoided entirely for at least 3 months prior. While the heat is doing wonders for your brain, it might be doing serious damage to your family planning. Just 2 15-minute sessions a week can cause serious problems. I'll leave a link to a landmark clinical trial published in the Journal of Human Production in the video description below. Moving on to pro number 5, enhanced athletic endurance via plasma volume expansion. During a sauna session, you sweat out fluids causing a temporary mild state of dehydration. Your body senses this drop in fluid volume and compensates over the next 24 hours by expanding its natural plasma volume. More plasma means a larger total blood volume, which allows the heart to pump more efficiently. Lowers your heart rate during future workouts. It also stimulates the kidneys to release erythropoietin, EPO, which naturally boosts red blood cell count, allowing more oxygen to be delivered to the working muscles during intense cardio. If you're an endurance athlete looking for a legal performance edge, the scientific data behind post-workout saunas is a complete game changer. Now, moving on to con number 5, the steep financial and space barrier. To reap the profound cardiovascular and neurological benefits discussed in the pros, the sauna needs to hit a consistent temperature of 170 degrees or higher. Cheap portable zippered sauna blankets or low-end infrared tents very rarely reach these temperatures or heat the core deeply enough to trigger the same level of heat shock proteins or brain-derived neurotropic factors that are needed. Buying a true traditional electric or wood-fired sauna costs thousands of dollars, requires heavy electrical work to your home, and takes up significant space. Also, gym memberships that have quality saunas with proper setups require a heavy monthly financial commitment. Just take a look for yourself and price out some of these setups and you'll be shocked. And of course, just like most of our other videos, we have a con number 6. The extreme con of sudden death. When you're sitting in a sauna, the massive vasodilation forces your heart to pump twice as much blood per minute as it does at rest. This puts an immense hidden stress load on your heart muscle, essentially acting as a passive cardiac stress test. For individuals with undiagnosed cardiovascular issues like an unknown atrial blockage, a silent arrhythmia, or a structurally enlarged heart, this intense spike in cardio demand can trigger a sudden catastrophic event. Don't ignore the early warning signs of a racing pulse or chest pressure. This could be an acute cardiac emergency. A landmark population study published in the Journal of Forensic Sciences analyzed thousands of police and autopsy records and found that over half of all deaths that occurred inside a sauna were sudden, natural deaths caused by immediate heart failure. Well, there you have it, folks. The scientific data doesn't lie. The top 5 pros and top 5 cons of the hot sauna trend in fitness. With this information, you should now be able to decide whether the hot sauna trend is right for you. Thank you so very much for watching. If you found value out of this information and want to support the channel, it's as easy as commenting, subscribing, sharing this video with someone that you think can benefit from this information. Throw me a like. Throw me a comment in the comment section below. Let us know if you use a hot sauna or you purposely, deliberately avoid the hot sauna. Everybody stay blessed. I'll see you in the next video coming real soon. Thank you for watching. Peace.